an important numerical. You need very good understanding to understand this numerical problem. What is the condition for no emergence of light in a prism? A, B, C is a glass prism. Incident ray, normal, angle of incidence. This side is air, refractive index mu1 is 1. This side is air, refractive index mu1 is 1. And the refractive index of the prism mu2 is equal to mu say. Incident ray, it is refracted. Again at this point it is trying to come out to this side, to the side AC. Now what should be the condition that this ray will not come to this side? That is condition for no emergence. Now before we proceed, we know from previous lessons this is glass, refractive index mu2 is mu, this side is air. When light was going from this is a denser medium, this is a denser medium. When light was going from denser to rarer medium, under the condition when this angle in the rarer medium was 90, this angle was called the critical angle in the denser medium. Going from denser to rarer, it bends away. If this is 90 degree, then this particular angle within the denser medium was called critical angle. We know from previous lessons, if angle of incidence in denser medium is C, angle of refraction in the rarer medium here is 90. And if this angle of incidence is increased, say this, then this ray, instead of going to the rarer medium, is reflected in the same medium. That was called total internal reflection. Means if I in the denser medium is greater than the critical angle, then total internal reflection in the same medium. Now look at the prism. For no emergence of light from the side AC, this is denser, this is rarer, therefore this angle should be greater than the critical angle. This angle I have represented it as R2, so R2 minimum should be greater than the critical angle. This is the condition. Now let us further simplify this. We also know from previous lessons that the sum of these two angles, this plus this, that is R1 plus R2, was always equal to the angle of the prism. R1 plus R2 was always equal to A, angle of the prism. And angle of the prism A is a constant. This angle is a constant because it is made of a material that is not going to change its shape. So now look at this. If R2, if this is minimum, therefore R1 has to be maximum because the sum is constant. Since R1 plus R2 is equal to A is equal to a constant. Now if R1 is maximum, if this angle is maximum, this angle has to be maximum. If R1 is maximum, I has to be maximum because sin I over sin R1, because sin I over sin R1 is a constant, that is for the prism, is a constant of the prism. This was actually mu2 over mu1. This was actually mu2 over mu1. This was actually mu2 over mu1. Mu2 I have taken it as mu. Mu1 I have taken it as mu. 1, therefore equal to mu. Sin I by sin R1 is a constant for the prism. So if R1 is maximum, I is maximum. Now what will be the maximum value of I? If this is the ray, this is I. If this is the ray, this is I. If this is the ray, this is I. If this is the ray, then I is equal to 90 degree. So I can be maximum 90 degree. So on this rarer medium, when this is 90 degree, when this I is 90 degree, on the denser medium, this R1 should be equal to the critical angle, which I just explained you. If in the rarer medium it is 90, the angle in the denser medium will be critical angle. So if I is 90, so your R1 will be equal to critical angle. So R1 maximum equal to critical angle, where C is the critical angle. Now where R1 maximum is the critical angle. Now so R1 is now critical angle. This is the critical angle, and this is equal to R2 minimum, and the sum is equal to A. So C plus R2 minimum is equal to A. I take C to the other side, so R2 minimum is equal to A minus C. Now apply the condition. The condition was R2 minimum should be greater than C. So this was the condition. R2 minimum is greater than C, and R2 minimum we have found out as A minus C. So for this I put A minus C is greater than C. Now I take this C to the other side of the inequality, so it gets added to this, so is greater than 2C. So under this condition, if the angle of the prism is greater than 2 times the critical angle for that lens, for that prism, then there will be no emergence of light from the side AC. Let us further simplify this. Now this is greater than this, therefore 2C is less than A. 2C is less than A. Take to this side, divide it, so C is less than A by 2. Now taking sine of this side and sine of this side, so sine C is less than sine A by 2. Now take the reciprocal, If you take the reciprocal, this symbol will change, it will become greater. So 1 by C is 1 by sine C is greater than 1 by sine A by 2. And we know 1 by sine theta is equal to cosecant theta. So this becomes cosecant A by 2, and 1 by sine C we know previously equal to mu. So mu is greater than cosecant A by 2. Under this condition, the ray will not emerge from the side AC of the prism.